that moment was definitely like the bolt of lightning in
I feel like
the adrenaline rush. The rest of it, though, they kind of focused it on like a plot narrative of him trying to escape and like going on the Underground Railroad and things like that. But I
feel like your school showed you a lot of television. Like you were taught through TV.
Yeah, you talk about TV a lot from your time.
I mean, I understand homeschooling. Your teacher needed a break.
Wait, what are you even talking about television too much?
You've talked about learning things on television. In all seriousness, you've talked about it in the past. You talked about hang on. You talked about the substitute teacher who showed you his parachuting video, his skydiving video. There's been a lot of
the Teletubbies. The Teletubbies.
You watched you said you watched the Teletubbies. Yes.
The Teletubbies. That's what got me there.
Yeah.
I had never watched that, and that demon baby still scares me.
Oh.
In fifth grade, they really stepped it up with the Go Back in Time Civil War saga.
So your school was just kind of all over the place, in other words.
That was elementary school.
Oh, Jesus. They showed you that in elementary?
Yeah, fifth grade.
Oh, fifth grade was middle, sorry, in my school.
Okay, yeah, it was elementary for me.
They split it up evenly, 1 through 4, or K through 4, I guess, but 1 through 4, elementary, 5 through 8, middle, 9 through 12, high.
And I had a good history teacher in high school, too, but he was like, he taught part-time at the college, too, and he was like an actual historian, and you can't look at the Civil War and not feel... Like, you can't side with the South.
Yeah, nausea, exactly, yeah. like movies like Gods and Generals, like I really enjoy that film, but it's because it's, that it was about the first half of the war, so it's very, like, I don't want to say pro-Confederate, but it's like mostly about how they rose through the ranks more than the Union. And then Gettysburg sort of the transition over to the Union and how they came about. But I mean, you watch Gods and Generals and you're just like, how did these people think this was okay to do this? They tried to justify it by saying, oh, we don't like, trespassers coming on our land. But I'm like, no, that's not why. No.
No.
Like, I do believe you believe in states' rights, but one of those states' rights is slavery. Or slavery. So I'm just gonna be over here. You all do your thing.
We quote Django a lot at work, so
I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but okay.
Well, specifically some of the scenes where like the Klan is trying to wear the bags. They're going like, all I hear is criticize, criticize, criticize.
Which is weird because there was no Klan until after the Civil War.
Right. It was just kind of like
that was a continuity issue I had with that movie.
Well, it's kind of... There was no...
Loved the movie.
Either,
no, there was no Django, but loved the movie, but yeah, there was some continuity issues in there.
I don't think there was a Calvin Candy. I don't think there was a
guy like Jonah Hill in the Ku Klux Klan either.
That was awesome.
It was. I didn't say it wasn't awesome. I just thought there's just no way someone like him is going to be in a Ku Klux Klan rally.
Oh, and just since you touched on Jonah Hill, I want to talk about one of his counterparts, Seth Rogen. That's one of the positive things I've seen in the media, where he posted Black Lives Matter on his Instagram account. He said, okay, if this is a controversial statement for you, then just unfollow me. And he had like a bunch of comments saying like, I've lost respect for you and things like that. And he replied to every single one of them and just said F off.
Nice.
Oh, wow. He probably just copied and pasted, but that's still pretty impressive.
Well, I mean, the fact that he did it.
He put some specialized responses in each one of them.
I gotta
F
go.
off the person. Someone like, oh, you don't deserve my movies. F off.
Uh,
It was beautiful. It was one of the things that cheered me up through over the weekend.
I gotta go check that out. Well, like I said, there have been some uplifting things during all this, like
Nickelodeon.
well, Nickelodeon, but like even people I knew who rarely had anything good to say about the black community, showing support and saying, okay, well, yeah, no, this sucks, and I understand the riots, and being a part of everything. So all of this is starting to kind of change the minds of some people anyway, who may have thought negatively.
yeah.
So, that's why I'm like split.
If they don't run away from their homes.
Yeah, this is why I'm kind of split when it comes to social media and news, because for all the bad news I hear, I do hear some good news. So
There's a few bright spots. There's a few cheery signs of optimism here and there. But
we still got a long way to go.
yeah, we still got some deaths in these cities. Well, we have his last name's McAtee. He died in Louisville over the weekend. He was shot, and he fed. Apparently, he had a reputation for giving free meals to police officers, and he was killed for one. And
Of course.
George Floyd, and of course Breonna Taylor, which was the subject of the protest in Louisville. She was killed for a no-knock warrant. They went into the wrong house and killed her.
And that's like the second or third time that that's happened in America, and I'm starting to think that that's organized as well.
Yeah, that it's not so much an accident.
Yeah.
If you crash your car 3 times within a year, chances are it's not an accident so much as you don't know how to drive.
Pretty much.
And your license would be suspended at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to go to court, and then you got to get it reissued, and then you got to take a new picture, and then you got to shell out like $60 to get a new license, and it's like, and then you got to get that specific one because it's like, well, they're getting out the new ones this year that you have to get by October, and then if you don't have that one by October, you can't like fly anywhere. It's an ordeal. Yes. I was actually talking about driving. Sorry. I got off on a tangent there.
Maybe one of the positive things, well, not positive, sort of quasi-optimistic things, is that after they killed the guy in Louisville, they found out that the officers who did it didn't have their body cameras turned on. So in response to that, they fired the police chief.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
good.
But...
He was set to retire like next month, literally. But might as well.
So does he still get his pension?
I have no idea. Probably, if I had to guess.
Oh.
I can't confirm that.
I'll have to look that up.
His last name's Conrad, Conrad.
People suck. All right, let's go back to the music.